Man, some things just never get old. Pacers-Knicks is one of them. You feel it in your bones. It's not just another game on the schedule, not even close. It's history. It's bad blood. It's Reggie Miller giving the choke sign. It's Patrick Ewing battling his heart out. Those 90s battles were legendary. They defined an era of tough, gritty basketball. And guess what? That feeling? It's back. Big time. This wasn't just some random Tuesday night game. Oh no, this was everything. Game 7, win or go home. The Garden was buzzing hours before tip-off. You could feel the electricity. Tickets were going for crazy prices. Fans were decked out in their blue and orange, or their gold and blue. Everyone knew what was at stake, a trip to the Eastern Conference Finals. Bragging rights for an entire offseason. This was pure, uncut playoff basketball, the best kind. You walked into Madison Square Garden last night, May 29th, 2025, and it was just different. The air crackled. You could almost hear the ghosts of past battles. Ewing, Starks, Mason. On the other side, the Miller brothers, Smiths, Dale Davis. This new generation? They might not have the same names, but they inherited the same fire. They knew this wasn't just about them. It was about the cities. It was about decades of wanting to beat the other guy, badly. And this year, it felt even bigger somehow. Both teams were good, really good. The Knicks, with their passionate home crowd, the Pacers, young and fearless. It was a classic setup. The kind of series that reminds you why you love sports, why you sit through 82 regular season games, for moments like this, for a Game 7 where every single dribble feels like life or death. That old nasty feeling was definitely in the building, you just knew it. The game started like a house on fire. Both teams came out swinging, no feeling each other out, just pure adrenaline. The Knicks jumped out early. Jalen Brunson was hitting everything. The Garden was going absolutely nuts. You thought, okay, maybe New York runs away with this. But then, the Pacers settled down. They started chipping away. Tyrese Halliburton cool as ever. He wasn't rattled by the noise, not one bit. He just played his game. Then came the second quarter. And the game got tight, real tight, like a vice grip. Every basket felt huge, every turnover was a killer. The refs let him play mostly. It was physical, bodies hitting the floor. Guys diving for loose balls. You saw the effort, you saw the desperation. One team would go on a little run, then the other would answer right back. It was a classic heavyweight fight, just trading punches, back and forth, no one could pull away. The third quarter, that's when the Pacers made their move. They came out of halftime, locked in. They hit a couple of big threes. Suddenly the Knicks looked a little shaky, turnovers started to creep in, the Pacers' defense was suffocating. They were quicker to the ball, they wanted it more it seemed. For a stretch there, the Garden got quiet, real quiet. You could hear a pin drop. That's when you knew Indiana was cooking. They built up a lead, not huge but significant. But you knew the Knicks wouldn't quit, not in their building, not in a Game 7. They clawed their way back in the fourth, slowly but surely, shot by shot, stop by stop. The lead dwindled, the pressure mounted. Down the stretch, it was unbelievable. Lead changes, clutch free throws, guys making impossible plays. It came down to the final minute, the final possession really. Mikhailiuk hit a dagger 3 for the Pacers, and that, as they say, was all she wrote. Just devastating for New York. For the Knicks, Jalen Brunson was a warrior. What else can you say? The guy left it all out there. He scored, he assisted, he tried to will his team to victory. He was playing on basically one leg by the end, it looked like. The heart on that dude is just incredible. He took hit after hit and just kept coming. But even his heroic effort wasn't enough. He needed more help, someone else to consistently make shots when it mattered most. That just didn't happen enough. On the Pacers side, Tyrese Halliburton was the maestro. He controlled the game. His passing was just beautiful to watch. He wasn't just scoring, he was making everyone around him better. He hit big shots too. When Indiana needed a bucket, he delivered, or he found the open man. He played with so much poise. For a young guy in that environment, truly special. He's a superstar, no doubt about it. This was his coming out party on the biggest stage. He owned it. And it wasn't just the big stars. You had guys like Andrew Nembhard for the Pacers. He played incredible defense, hit some timely shots. He was a pest all night. For the Knicks, Donte DiVincenzo tried his best. He gave them a spark. But the consistency just wasn't there from the supporting cast. You need those other guys to step up in a Game 7, especially when your main guy is getting so much attention. The Pacers just seemed to have more answers from more players. The big men battle was also key. Miles Turner for Indiana was huge. He protected the rim, he stretched the floor with his shooting. He made Isaiah Hartenstein work for everything. Hartenstein battled. He always does. But Turner's ability to hit threes really opened things up for the Pacers' offense. It created driving lanes for Halliburton and the others. That matchup in the end tilted Indiana's way. It was one of those subtle differences that add up. Man, the Garden faithful, they brought it. From the opening tip, the place was deafening. Every Knicks basket, eruption, every Pacers miss, roars of approval. You could see the players feeding off that energy, especially early on. That's the magic of Madison Square Garden. It's a true home court advantage. The history, the passion, it all comes together. It's an intimidating place for any visiting team. For a young Pacers team, even more so. But they handled it. And of course, Spike Lee was there, front and center, living and dying with every play. You saw him jumping out of his seat, yelling at the refs, pumping his fists. He's the ultimate Knicks superfan. He embodies that New York basketball passion. When things were going well for the Knicks, he was leading the charge. When the Pacers started to pull away, you could see the agony on his face. It's like he feels every single point, every turnover. He's part of the show. As the game wore on and the Pacers built their lead, you could feel the mood shift. The nervous energy started to creep in. The roars became a little less confident, more hopeful than expectant. Then, in those final minutes, as the Pacers sealed the deal, that crushing silence fell. It's a sound you only hear when a home team, with so much on the line, sees its dreams die. It was brutal. All that energy just sucked out of the building, just stunned disbelief. For the Pacers, what a moment, to silence that crowd, to win a Game 7 on the road, in that arena, against that rival. It's a franchise-defining win. For the Knicks and their fans, it's pure heartbreak. Another what-if season. Another painful playoff exit at the hands of Indiana. The implications are huge. The Pacers move on, full of confidence. The Knicks head into an off-season of soul-searching. That's the beauty and the cruelty of Game 7. And this one? This was one for the ages.